Good morning. It was a good night's sleep. Got down to 51 degrees and I'm on the trail before 7 o'clock. Looking at a little over 12 miles, staying at a shelter. That just leaves like a couple miles to get into town. But I'm thinking, 14-mile day. That's what I did yesterday. I think I'd just go ahead and sleep in my tent. That's not that bad. And do a long Nero, because that 2 miles will be flat. And I could be in town, have breakfast, all that kind of stuff. And then maybe cut a zero out. There's the trail. The parking lot where the trash can was right there, so I went ahead and dumped trash. But it has a view just right here. If I just kept walking past the trash can, I'd have missed this beautiful view up here. Isn't that gorgeous? This is part of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Just like that, the trail changed again. And I just passed a nice lady just out doing day hikes. She's in part of a group. She said I might run into some of the others up here. They just do 5 to 8 miles slack packing a day. And they're just nibbling away on the AT. Really neat lady. A lot of down today. So trying to find the right pace, not to overstress the legs, because like I said, we're going basically from the highest to the lowest point in Virginia on the AT. Do have one more climb up ahead. I don't know how much it is. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna hit it and go up it. And I think it's coming up in another 1.5 miles or something, or mile. But like I said, when it gets there, it's there. Now entering the James River Face Wilderness area. They've had a burn here recently. Changes the looks of the woods. Not gonna lie, going up that mountain was tough. Definitely a rock scramble, straight up. I think it's over 700 feet or something. Didn't get the exact numbers. I'm just glad it's over. It's nice on this side going down. All right, we're gonna get some water up here at a spring and reassess our timing as to how we're doing today. There's our white blaze. Just like that, the trail changed from shale to this kind of rock. Walking down the trail and I look left and there's a river down there. I think that's where we're headed down. So we've got quite a bit to get down. Gonna do lunch up here in a little bit. I think there's a spring in about 0.6 and I think Terminator's behind me. If I remember right, he said he's gonna get water there, so he may do lunch there too. So we'll just do that and then boogie on. We kind of talked about if we get to the shelter by 3, we may just boogie on into town and see if we can get a place to stay. And I wouldn't mind getting some real food for tonight. Just came down some serious switchbacks. Made the decision to go on in town tonight. I was able to get to talk to Amber a little bit. She's going to try and get me a place to stay, and then I'm going to slack pack out of town tomorrow and then maybe come back to town. But this is awesome right here. It's cool by this creek. Got a good rock to sit on while I eat lunch. Whew, man, that's some serious down. That slack pack, the goal is to avoid having to do a climb like I'm coming down, which looks really, really rough. Saw a person going up and they were just slogging it. It was brutal going up. It's brutal coming down, and it's on the other side of the mountain after the river as well. So I think I'd rather come down with an empty pack. Whew, pay a little money, but you're still doing the miles. All right, it's lunchtime. Down there is the river. So we've got about 4 or 5 miles to go to get down there. A lot of down yet. Once we get to the shelter, it levels out. And I think the shelter is almost 2 miles. Yeah, right there, man, that's your swimming hole. But we're gonna cruise by and hit a shower tonight. Aye. Look at this, isn't this beautiful, guys? A lot of people down here camping. Passed a bunch of people up there that are day hiking. They were struggling up that mountain. That's definitely no toy to be messing with. Look at that water, guys. That would be a great swimming hole. Look at that. Whew. Looks like Terminator, he ate down here. We ate up there at the creek. And we're fixing to head on. Getting closer to the bridge. Look at these cliffs. Just amazing. There's a sign that says AT. Headed north. I like these cliffs. Footbridge. Right here. We go across the river. That's Boots with the fur up there and Terminator. People down there swimming. Isn't this amazing?